everyone, my name is Amelia.
My name is Silvia,
and my name is Huriya
and today we would like to give our opinion about an article in the liputan6.com on the title Discourse on Legalization of Lobster Seed Export by the Minister of Maritime Affairs and Fisheries.
As reported by liputan6.com, Jakarta, Minister of Maritime Affairs and Fisheries Edi Prabowo is currently planning to open a lobster seed export. In fact, during Susi Pujiastuti leadership, this was prohibited.
Edi's plan invited the attention of various groups, including Susi Pujiastuti herself. Then, what the benefit of this lobster export laws?
Kita petakan di mana wilayah lobster-lobster yang diambil ini. Baru kita atur rapi-rapi. Kita bikin aturan sehingga siapa yang ngumpulnya. Kita tunjuk yang ngumpul, kita tunjuk si pengusaha di sana yang penerima. Langsung dagangnya dari Indonesia ke Vietnam.
The issue of the discourse of legalizing lobster seed export to foreign countries by the Indonesian Minister of Maritime Affairs and Fisheries, Edi Prabowo, received a lot of responses from various groups, including former Minister of Maritime Affairs Susi Pujiastuti and the Fisheries. If this discourse is approved, so what are the advantages and the disadvantages of the exporting lobster seeds to another country? Quoting the word of the Executive Director of the Indonesian Economic Action or EconArt on the page liputan6.com, if you look from the lobster fisherman side, of course this is very detrimental for them. If these exports are banned, they will not get additional income because the fishermen will lose market share or demand, and they will not be able to share the lobster to the exporters. And then, the parties who also get benefit from this legalization are the entrepreneurs and also the state. For both parties, the selling of lobster seed export will make it easier for them to do business and increase foreign exchange. Because exporting lobster seeds is much easier than exporting adult lobsters that still need a lot of care, cultivation, and etc. But on the other hand, if this legalization is truly carried out, then Indonesia will lose the opportunity to become an exporter of adult lobster seed, which is far more profitable than just exporting lobster seeds alone. And actually, it is also more detrimental for the fishermen who directly search for lobsters. As reported by detik.com, usually the collectors buy lobster seed from fishermen for 3,000 rupiah per fish, and then sell again by the exporters by the price 30,000 rupiah, then sell again to the outside by the price 100,000 rupiah. Just looking at this list, we can find out how much profit is received by the collectors and the exporters. If it continues like this, it will harm the fishermen themselves. Whereas if Indonesia become an exporter of adult lobster, it will be far more profitable because in the market now, adult lobster per kilo is valued around 600,000 until 800,000 rupiah. This will greatly benefit many parties. Fishermen can get more income, the country can also get more foreign exchange.
In case about the lobster seeds plans, there is point of view between Mrs. Susi Pujiastuti and Mr. Edi Prabowo. Former Maritime Affairs, Mrs. Susi Pujiastuti has voiced strong rejection against the lobster seeds planned by current Fisheries and Maritime Affairs Minister, Mr. Edi Prabowo. I think there are 3 reasons why it's prohibited to sell lobster seed that I've deduced from various search. The first is going to damage the ecosystem because there are exploitation efforts that will take a toll. And second, it's not improving the welfare of local fishermen. Because if the lobster seeds are captured as exported overseas, then lobster is difficult to catch our fishermen. And the last, other countries have the advantage because if seeds are big, then the price could be many times greater. For example, the price of lobster seed was 2,000 rupiah per head. However, if the seed is raised to an enormous extent, it can be worth $2 billion, 2 billion rupiah per year. Lobster with high economic value cannot go extinct, but they cannot sell them to neighboring countries like Vietnam. And the Vietnam ability to sustain them better is true, which differentiates their much research. Their work is much harder, much harder than our people. Local fishermen, and they were able to dive for long and endlessly feeding lobster seeds until adulthood. But how can we work so hard when lobster seeds are left to live out in the ocean unsupervised? So rather than sell into a neighbor country, and if indeed lobster seed only one person to live, why is not the government providing a special place for lobster farming that's using Indonesian fishermen for its take care? This will benefit from both the welfare of fishermen and their ecosystem. And the last from me, I think the government were actively culture lobster assisting fishermen. Meanwhile, also the government has trained prevention and effort death of lobster.
In my opinion, exporting lobster ship make us a loss. It is not only the government but also the community that loses. Because if we sell the ship to Vietnam from 100,000 rupiah to 130,000 rupiah, and after the lobster grows, the price can reach from 4 million rupiah to 5 million rupiah per kilogram. When feast day, such as Christmas and Chinese feast, the price is claimed to reach more than 5 million rupiah. Therefore, sources for former Minister Marine and Fisheries reminded the fishermen to keep the lobster seed in order to grow naturally at sea. Indonesia is surrounded by the ocean. Why do we have to export this lobster shit? From Ms. Susie's statement, she has confirmed that the opening of lobster shit export has the potential to kill the Indonesian marine catch industry, whose profits could reach hundreds of trillion rupiah. I think what Miss Susie did during her tenure was that the ban on exporting lobster shit was very good. The rules are contained in the regulation of the Minister of Marine and Fisheries number 5656 year number 566 of 216 concerning the prohibition of catching and removing lobster, crabs and crab, or we call it rajungan, from the territory of the Republic of Indonesia. Before the regulation was stipulated, lobster catching continued. The demand is getting higher because of its favorable value. Millions of lobster seeds are mostly exported to Vietnam. After the stipulation of the regulation, the data show that in the last 4 years, Indonesian lobster export have increased. What the minister complained of now is that Indonesia has not been able to properly grow lobster shit. I think if not many people can cultivate lobster, they will be invited by the people to studies to countries that can be like Canada, the United States, and Australia. These countries are the largest lobster exporting countries in the world. I think Indonesia also can do it if the people really learn about lobster cultivation properly instead of exporting lobster seed. Reported by Detik.com, Mr. Eddy said that do not look at it from just one point of view. I want to reopen this export because there are our people who are hungry for being banned because of this regulation or the prohibition of catching lobster shit. Let's underline the phrase because there are our people who are hungry. Which community is this? Who is that community? What does Vietnam mean? Or a group of exporters pressuring you? I suspect there is a scandal behind all this.
The conclusion is we disagree with Mr. Edi Prabowo's plans to legalize the lobster seed export to the other country because it will be put many parties in a disadvantages.
In our opinion, the government should give the education about how to cultivate the lobster seed. Well, and also the government should help and support the local fishermen for cultivating and carrying the lobster seed.
If Indonesian government able to manage this well in the future, maybe Indonesia can the largest exporting lobster in the world.
Okay, and that's all for us. Thanks for your attention and Don't forget to like, subscribe.
And we hope we get good good score.
Score also. And last, see you.
Yeah, thank you, Miss.
Assalamualaikum.
And thank you,
warahmatullahi
everyone.
wabarakatuh.
Bye.